Stephan says you cannot time your purchase of Bitcoin. He basically says just buy like every month and just hold it for a long period of time. But I'm telling you, that is a bad strategy. Stephan is wrong. And the major reason why is because Bitcoin, unlike the stock market, is actually a little bit more predictable, because Bitcoin is supposed to be like a currency. So we have a time period right now where we're basically trying to increase the value of the dollar by raising interest rates. And what happens to Bitcoin? Well, it has been going down, and the bull market in Bitcoin is over. It's not going up anymore. So if you have Bitcoin, my recommendation would be to sell. I sold, and I think that Stephan is irresponsible because he hasn't really thought enough about how Bitcoin works. Bitcoin requires a very low and lower interest rate environment where there's lots of money coming into the system and pushing up stuff like Bitcoin. And the truth is, during markets like this where interest rates are going up, it definitely hurts Bitcoin a lot. In 2018, Bitcoin went down, I think like 75%, something like that. So it's definitely a lot more volatile than the stock market, and there's a reason for that. The stocks at least have earnings, so you're actually buying companies that have real earnings, and of course interest rates can affect that a little bit too, or even a lot in some cases. But for Bitcoin, interest rates are everything, because Bitcoin requires an easy money policy. It doesn't really go up when you're purposely taking efforts to strengthen the dollar, raise interest rates, and tighten the money supply. It just doesn't work that way. And these people who say that you can't really time Bitcoin, they don't really seem to understand how the market works. It's almost like they have a philosophy that you have to be ignorant about how the markets work, and to ignore what you see with your own eyes. You can look at a chart of Bitcoin. How do you look at that and say, oh, that looks good? I haven't found anybody who looks at that in a positive way. Another thing, if you notice, nobody's pumping Bitcoin anymore. Nobody is going into the forum saying, yeah, you should buy Bitcoin, it's going to the moon. Nobody says anything is going to the moon. Remember when Shiba Inu came out and junk like that, people were pumping that like crazy. But in this environment, it makes zero sense to own Bitcoin because it's just not rising anymore. If you notice, the great time to get into Bitcoin is after it has had a major crash. If you think about it, let's say Bitcoin goes down 80% or 90% because interest rates have gone up so much that just causes Bitcoin to fall like crazy. That's going to be great because you actually will be able to acquire more Bitcoin than you can today. So there are many benefits to it going down. And what's funny about this is that when it is going to collapse like that, you're going to see so many people say that Bitcoin is terrible and they never want to invest in it and that this is going to zero. You'll see all kinds of fear-mongering headlines. That will be literally the perfect time to buy. Everybody's going to be fearful. In fact, I kind of think maybe some of these people are purposely manipulating it at that point in time to get it to go down even more so they can scoop up all the shares. So when you get near the bottom, they're going to pump the fear just like they pumped the greed, and that's going to be something to really look for. But Stephan is 100% wrong. You don't want to keep buying Bitcoin month after month in a mindless fashion, because that makes no sense. Why would you buy something that's not even going to go up? You might as well put your money somewhere else. I mean, one place would be like Gem on a dollar. At least they pay 6.9% at the moment. Anyway, that's all I have to say. You have to click the like button to help the Google algorithm, YouTube algorithm, and I'll see you in the next video.